everybody around the world? I'm LLBlueDragon, and welcome to the stream, everybody! Hello and hi and hello! Hope everyone's doing great. Hope everyone's doing fantastic today. Now, we are going to continue more of PowerWash Simulator. Now, last time that we left off, we basically finished off the shoe house, and now we are at the skate park. Not only that, we actually unlocked 2 new areas, which is cleaning a car and also cleaning a cottage. But for now, we are actually going to continue cleaning more of the skate park and see where we can go from there. And with that being said, without further ado, let's get right into it. Do this, do that, this, and bam. Okie dokie. Alrighty, let's continue. So 13% done, and we made 25 bucks. Nice. Let's resume. Okie dokie. So we actually cleared this part of the area. Well, looks like it's still... it must be like the top or something. And also that. Forgot that spot. Ooh! Parkour! Ooh! So I guess we gotta go on top of the railings as well. Okay. Okay. Oop! I fell. Well, we need to get up there anyway. Let me see. Okay. Oh, we can't go on. Okay. Okay, probably they did that because of, like, escape and stuff. Oh, that's a shadow. Okay. Alrighty, so I guess we need something a bit more... something that's a bit more powerful. Oh well, we'll just deal with this. We'll just do this for now. Those are just words. You know, I finally watched Nosferatu. I finally watched the recent Nosferatu, the one that's in theaters. And I gotta say, they did a really good job. They did a really good job, I'm not gonna lie. There were actually a couple of times that I was, like, scared. That I literally just got jump scared. But they honestly did a really good job with it. They did a really good job. I mean, the casting was great. The theming, it actually stuck with the storyline. but also adding a little bit of like details and little things here and there. Like, it's like as if they did a little bit more of what the Nosferatu in 1972, but they add just like a bit more to the storyline itself. By adding like the dogs and a bunch of other things too as well, which I'm not gonna spoil or anything like that. But like, they did a really good job. They kept the airiness, they kept the story very good. The casting was great. Like, the cast, like the people that actually were cast for the characters were phenomenal. Like, they did a really good job with it. Especially the guy who played as Nosferatu. Like, they did a really good job with it. Really, really good job. But yeah, now I officially watched all of the Nosferatu's movies. From the original one to 1972, and now the recent one, 2024. And is there going to be another one? Who knows? The possibilities are endless. But overall, movie was good. Movie was good. Movie was definitely great. It was very dark. It was very stuck to the storyline by adding a little bit more little things here and there. Which honestly, that's exactly what happened in the 72 one. They added more like things to it. Which that's okay. Which that's definitely okay. And adds a little bit to the story. Adds a little bit of interest, as I may say. But yeah. But any horror movie fans out there, if you want something that's if you want to see like a gothic movie, that is definitely a movie for y'all. But hold on, sorry. But yeah, any horror movie fans out there, highly recommend it. It is a very good movie. It's very gothic. It's really good. It's really good. But anybody that's like not into horror, don't go see it. Don't go see it. Okay? Don't risk it. Okay? But you know, throughout the entire time when I was watching Nosferatu, like the movie itself, I've been getting like straight up vibes of like the girl, which was oh, I forgot her name. I literally forgot the girl's name. Anyways, so the main girl, she has been giving me straight up vibes of Victoria from The Corpse Bride. Like, I don't even know why, but I just get like vibes of like her being Victoria from The Corpse Bride. I don't know why. She just gives me those vibes of like that character. She just kind of reminds me of Victoria. In a way. I don't know why. I do not know why. But she gives me vibes. She's kind of like that character. But yeah, any horror movie fans, go check out Nosferatu. Highly recommended. But anybody that is not into horror, or well, actually, I don't know. What's this? Oh, I missed one. It's kind of like a star somewhat. But yeah, horror fans, highly recommended. And everything like that. Highly recommended. But also, for anybody that's like new to like horror stuff, I don't think it would be a good idea to start from watching that one. From that one. You just gotta do something that's kind of like what I do when it comes to like horror stuff. Because like the thing is that I did not watch a lot of horror when I was growing up. I was not basically a horror fan. I was basically terrified of watching horror movies. Heck, I was even terrified to watching the Goosebumps series that was released in the 2000s era. Like, I was terrified of watching those episodes. I really was, because they were just a bit terrifying to me. So, when it comes to like horror and stuff, I suggest doing something that's a bit small. You know, do something that's like a bit small in your area. And what I mean by that is that try to research a horror film that maybe you can withstand. You know, maybe try to find a horror film that maybe you're okay with conquering, you know, to do, you know. Like, probably a good start of a horror film might be Jaws. You know, a lot of people don't even realize that Jaws is a horror film, but it's actually an old horror film. And it's actually perfect. It's actually perfect if you want to jump into a horror film like that. Because not only that it's a classic movie, but also it's a horror movie as well that a lot of people actually do know and they actually like. Jaws might actually be a very good start to watching like a horror film. Let's see. What else? What else? What else might be a good example to start? Maybe Scream. Maybe the first Scream. That might be a good example. I don't know. Those things I can literally think from the top of my head. Those are things I can literally think from the top of my head. But yeah, those might be things to start off with. Or just do some research. Do some research on like some old horror movies. And see which ones you think you've conquered. And stuff. But don't go to like extreme. Don't go too extreme and watch like It straight away. Do something small. Just watch something small. And then make your way to the bigger horror movies of today's world. Heck, even Five Nights at Freddy's is a good start as well. Five Nights at Freddy's is probably a good start as well. It is scary in some places, but it's pretty much of a good start. There's like a bit of calmness in some spots, and then there's a bit of like little horror jump scares here and there. It's just kind of like a balance between like calm and horror at the same time. So Five Nights at Freddy's might be a good idea to start off with. Or maybe some Tim Burton's. Maybe a few Tim Burton movies. I don't know, like, ones I think I could top of my head, but maybe a little bit of, like, Tim Burton might be a good example. Because that way you're just, like, used to, all the strange and, like, scariness. Whoa. I mean, how the heck do you make a slop out of concrete? I do not know. But yeah, there's like a few Tim Burton movies that there are some parts that are a bit scary, but yet not too scary. Not yet too scary. But they're good. But yet they're good. So yeah, probably just do research on your own and see like which movies you can think you can withstand and which movies you can not withstand. And then slowly but surely, you'll make it to the top of watching today's horror movies. Like, probably a movie that I cannot withstand would be Tarantulas, which everybody should know that I have arachnophobia, which means I have a fear of spiders. So watching the show Arachnophobia would not be good for me because I will not sleep for weeks. Or probably for any show in that particular that has spiders. You know, that has those types of spiders. But you know what's like really like cool and cute at like the same time? Is that the person who directed Nosferatu, the 24 one, he actually thanked the SpongeBob crew, the SpongeBob creators, for introducing Nosferatu. Because I actually saw the Night Guard shift. I have seen old SpongeBob shows, and I grew up watching SpongeBob, and I've seen the Night Guard shift. I have seen that one a couple of times. And what stars in it? Nosferatu. Just like a little clip of just like Nosferatu flipping the switch. And it's just a funny little gag. It's just a funny little gag. But like, that funny little gag actually introduced a lot of people in knowing what is this character, where does he come from, why does he appear, and why is he canon to the SpongeBob world. So like, because of that, a lot of people now know, and like, and because of that, a lot of people now see like that. Hold on, I'm losing words. And because of that, a lot of people got very curious. And they're like, years from now, they're like, yeah, I remember this guy. I remember this guy. This guy was like a funny character. And like when you do research, you're like, oh, that's where he's from and stuff. It gives you a little bit of like history, context, and everything. And listen, as soon as I saw like the Nosferatu like headline and everything, I was like, oh my gosh, there's gonna be so many SpongeBob memes. There's gonna be so many SpongeBob memes. Like, there's literally going to be people, like, you know, like those films, I mean, those, like, those clips where people dress up for the movie, and the cashier's like, alright, which movie are you gonna go see? And it just pans out to the people that are just wearing the costumes of, like, Transformers, or the Minions, or basically Wicked, and all the other types of movies as well. And I was like, there has got to be at least a gag somewhere where people dress up as SpongeBob characters and go see Nosferatu. Like, I was waiting to see something like that. Like, I was waiting for somebody to dress up as a SpongeBob character and go see Nosferatu. But, like, a couple of days later, I see, like, little, like, gags of, like, SpongeBob or, like, Nosferatu wearing, like, the SpongeBob, Krusty Krab hat and, like, the spatula. There's even, like, a cute little animation where Nosferatu is flipping the switch and he gives, like a little jump scare. And he, like, scares all the SpongeBob characters. Shout out to those people who made that. Shout out to everyone who's made, like, little fun memes of SpongeBob characters with Nosferatu. There was even a review that said, where's SpongeBob? Where's SpongeBob? As soon as I saw that, I just busted laughing. I just busted laughing. And I was like, there it is. There's the SpongeBob memes I've been looking for. Oh, man. But yeah, I was waiting for at least 1 or 2 memes with SpongeBob and Nosferatu. At least 2 memes. But there has been a couple, and I was like, yeah, let's go, SpongeBob! Because I think technically Nosferatu is canon in the SpongeBob universe, because he's been, like, shown a couple times. For, like, a few episodes other than, like, season 1 for SpongeBob. Like, he has been shown a couple times in the show now. So, I think technically he is, like... He is one of the many characters in the SpongeBob universe. What do you think? What do you guys think? Is Nosferatu, like, part of the SpongeBob universe? Do you think he's part of the SpongeBob universe? Or do you think he's just there? Let me know. Because I think he is. Because if a character has been shown at least a couple of times, or, like, is somewhat, like, been on the show, or has been, like, seen, then obviously that character is part of the show. At least a couple of times. Just gotta get over here. Because not only that I was actually introduced to Nosferatu like that for, like, SpongeBob, but, like, the thing is that I thought it was just like a funny running gag that they just, like, pulled off. And then, like, years later, when I was introduced to Ghost and I was looking at some of the record albums, they actually did state, like, one of the album covers is actually, one of the covers is actually pictured as one of the famous shots in Nosferatu, which is the one on the ship. And I was like, wait, Nosferatu, that's kind of familiar. So I looked at it, and I looked at some of the images. I was like, oh yeah, that's Nosferatu. So then I just got curious a couple more days later, and I was like, you know what? I want to look at this guy. I want to see what this guy is all about. And here we are now. After 3 movies later, here we are now. So yeah, that's how I was basically pulled into more of the universe of Nosferatu. And it's cool. It's really cool that people do, like, show, like, wait, is that Popper? No, that's not Popper. Yep, but that was really cool. It was really cool. Because, like, Ghost actually not only did that, but they also do, like, Easter eggs to, like, a bunch of other things, too. I can't name them all because I don't know any of them. That's basically the one that I could think off the top of my head. But, like, the thing is that they do reference, like, a lot of things. Like, a whole lot of things. Even if it's from, like, movies or, like, pictures or album covers. Like, there's some that I can think from the top of my head. And there are some that I'm just trying to, like, picture or discover. But, like, a pretty good example is that there's a chapter that Ghost did, and they did movie references, and I was like, oh yeah, I know this reference, and this one and that one. Ooh, this one's another one. Ah, it's a skateboard. Kinda looks like a band-aid. It would be so funny if there was like a little crack here, and they just put like a picture of a band-aid and be like, done and done. Don't worry, it's in good hands now. It's taken care of. You just gotta put a band-aid and call it done. Which, oh my god. I was driving one day, and I saw a car, the side of a car just beat up on like the door. And what they did was so funny. They just put a band-aid on the bump of the car and just be like, don't worry, it's healing. Just when you ever get in a car wreck, just put a band-aid on it, don't worry. It'll be fixed, no tops. Band-aids heal everything. It was so funny to see that. It was so funny. Just like, got in a car wreck? No problem. Here's the first aid kit. Put a band-aid on it, call it done. But yeah, anyways. So getting back to like the ghost stuff. So they actually do like reference like a lot of things here and there, and it's like it's really cool that they do reference things, because not only that a lot of people actually do know some of the references, but it also lets younger people that don't know these references actually know these references, so that way history can be told from like generations to generations about like this one thing or like this other thing and everything like that. Just like Nosferatu. A lot of people now know it nowadays. Now a lot of people know about it. Because from like SpongeBob or Ghost and a bunch of other people from it too. Heck, there's even a whole like festival for this guy as well. Like, I'm not even joking. There's literally a festival for Nosferatu. Like, look it up. There is literally a festival for Nosferatu. So, a lot of people will know this guy. From like a festival to a play to basically everything. This guy's a legend. Alright, bye-bye, flower. Sorry, flower. Bye-bye. Cool design of a flower, but bye-bye. But you know what I'm very much excited about? I'm very much excited for some upcoming stuff for like movies and stuff. I know that I said I want to see like Wallace and Gromit, which honestly I really do, because I grew up watching that show and I really want to see the movie. Like, I really want to see the movie. But maybe like a couple of days, maybe I'll finally sit down and watch it and stuff. But like, there's like some other things I'm very much excited to see. Like, there's the FNAF movie, which is coming out in December. There's Devil May Cry, the series. I'm so hyped for that. Then there's, what else? What else? Probably Avatar. Avatar is a good one. What other ones? Stranger Things. Oh, there was another movie too. There's another movie. Oh, I finished this. Nice. I thought this entire thing was connected. I literally thought this entire thing was connected. I guess not. But I think that's it that I could think from the top of my head. Oh, Castlevania, the next season, of course. I think that's it. There's probably more that I just haven't, like, thought of. But man, there's a lot of movies that are just quite questioning. And I'm just like, why? In a way. Like, for example, of course, the Minecraft movie. The Minecraft movie is probably going to be a flop. For obvious reasons. From, like, trailers and stuff. I don't know if this movie ever came out. But does anybody, like, know about Harold and the Purple Crayon? It's like a movie meant for kids. And stuff. And the thing is that the person that's playing as Harold, the kid, is actually a full-grown adult. And I'm just like, how would that work? Like, no, just no. Like, for a kid, I would understand. Like, a kid going to the world and actually drawing like crazy with the purple crayon and making things real. Like, that, I would understand. That would be cool. But a full-grown adult with a purple crayon... Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that. Oh, and then of course there's the live action of Stitch, which I'm not very much too keen about. Like, I love Stitch and everything, but live action's not doing too good, not doing too great. Not at all. And there'll probably be, like, other ones, too. I have not seen Mufasa. I have not seen Mufasa, and it's probably a good thing that I don't see Mufasa. Because I know they're just gonna ruin the storyline to the cartoon. I know for a fact that they do. And also, the songs that they actually sang in that is just so bad. I've heard about the one with the brother and bye-bye. Like, just no. And obviously, how can you tell from Mufasa from Scar? How can you obviously tell from these two apart? Like, come on. Like, how can you tell from these two apart of which one's Mufasa and which one's not? Like, they look so the same. They look so identical to each other. Just put a t-shirt from them that says, hey, I'm Mufasa, hey, I'm Scar, call it good. Because I can't tell from those two. Like, really, I can't. Like, how do Disney approve things like that? Like, how? Like, how do they, like, how do they approve of things? Like, it really just comes to show, and I say this again, it really does come to show that Disney is listening to their audiences. It really does come to show, because if they actually listen to their audiences, they would stop making live action. Nobody wants live action. It was good at the beginning, but now you're just wasting your money on live action. You're just basically wasting on live action. And Moana was not good. And I know the live action's not going to be good. Tango's not going to be good. And a bunch of other ones that they're actually going to come up with. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. And yes, I did say Moana 2 is not going to be good. I did say that. Because the thing is that Moana 2 was supposed to be an episode thing for Disney Plus. Like, that would have been cool. That would have been great for it to be on a Disney Plus. But, like, it being on a big screen TV, yeah, no. Yeah, no. Just no. And the fact that the animation is so bit different and such, it just won't work. It really just would not work, you know? And listen, I can go on and on and on about this, but like, the way that it ended as well, I really didn't like it as well. I know I've not seen the movie and everything, but I've seen a bunch of spoilers at this point to figure out what they did and stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, that doesn't work. Like, I really like the first one. Like, the first one was really awesome. I enjoyed watching the first one. But now this one, I just don't know. I just really don't know. I mean, I'll probably have to fully see it to actually be very judgmental on. Because the thing is, Disney is not what it seems anymore. It just doesn't feel like Disney anymore. It just feels like something other than Disney, you know? I mean, they are like very great with their stories and everything, but the stories that they're making nowadays, in my opinion, it's not doing grand. It's not doing great. It's like I'd rather watch other films. It's like no wonder a lot of people have gone and seen Sonic 3, because Sonic 3 is a really good movie, and it's gonna do well, rather than Mufasa. Like, it really does show how much people can say, huh, do I want to see, like, another boring remake of the same movie? Or do I want to go see an awesome action-packed movie? Awesome action-packed movie wins. Like, it really does show. It really does show. Because, like, Disney back then, their movies were awesome. Their movies were great. But, like, movies nowadays that they're making, it's just like, it's like a needle in the haystack. Sometimes they get good ones, and sometimes they don't get good ones. It's just really bummed out that, it's just really a bit sad that some of the movies that they're making nowadays is just letting me down. Because I like Disney. I like Disney and their movies and stuff. But like, some of their movies that they're making is just, it's letting me down. It's kind of making me disappointed, in a way. It really does. It really does. Like, for example, like Wish. Wish is probably a good example for that as well. They had so many opportunities, like so many opportunities for that movie, but they just say, you know what, let's just scrap everything and make like the main character of the star not a boy but an actual star, and just not make like the king like let's make not the king like so very villainy. Let's just make it like somewhat mid. And like they had a huge opportunity to make it a couple villain for Pete's sakes. Like this would have been like history in the making. But no, they wanted to play it safe and give it a boring like king, a boring villain. And like the animation is so bad. It's like when I first saw it from the trailer, I was like, man, this feels like it's so bad. I feel like this is so bad. Like, is this really the animation that they're gonna go with? Because to me, this animation is so off. It's like it's unfinished and unclean. And guess what? That's the animation. That's literally the animation that they went with. And I was really disappointed in it. Because they could have made like a 2D animation to make it their 100th anniversary of the year. They could have made it into that, but nope, they didn't do it. They just stuck with an awful texture of the show. And I'm kind of sad about that. I'm kind of disappointed in it. Because it's just, it looks all fuzzy. It looks a bit strange. With like the 3D and the fuzz. And I get it that they wanted to make it like a cartoon with the layer of a 3D animation. But just make it 2D. Just make it 2D. Don't make it like into what they just created. Because the texture looks very weird. Like, it really does look weird. It just really felt like it was unfinished. Kind of like with the Bug series as well. Because when I saw it, I was like, is this really their animation? Is this their, like their startup? Is it, like, are they just, like, are they testing it? Is this, like, their, like, behind the scenes stuff? Like, it's so bright and unfinished. And lo and behold, that's what it looked like. Especially for some of the characters. The characters in there look terrible. Just straight up terrible. And the fact that they're saying, hey, there's gonna be another Ice Age 6. And some of the cast members are gonna come back and stuff. Now listen. I grew up watching Ice Age. And I love Blue Sky Studios. I love their animation and everything like that. Now, will I go see the movie? Will I go see Ice Age 6? Given by the fact of what they did to Blue Sky Studios? Nah. I'm not gonna go see Ice Age 6. Sure, I'll see the trailer and actually give my full-on opinion about it. But am I gonna go see the movie after what they did? Heck no. I'm not gonna go see it. Period. I don't even care if there's a dragon in the movie. I'm not gonna go see it. They're probably gonna pull something terrible on there. They're just gonna pull something very terrible on there that's gonna ruin the franchise. Because if it left like a very good ending, and there's no reason or even how of a reason for there to make a 6th movie. Like, I cannot think of another thing that they could think of to make it continue from the Stone Age era. Like, I can't think of a way for them to actually continue more of the Ice Age franchise. Like, I just can't think of another option, like another alternative. Because it looks like they did all the things that they did. Like, all the things that they could pull off for that movie. But in conclusion, I'm not gonna go see it. I'm not gonna go see it. I even told this to my parents about this. And they're just like, and they're like surprised. They're really surprised. I even had to tell them the whole thing about it and stuff. But not like the whole history about it, but just like the bare minimum of it. For them to understand of what's going on and stuff. Alright, let me just finish this railing. And I think we should be good. There we go. Oh. Let me see. Yep, that's still a bit dirty. Oh, I forgot some here. Oh, we'll probably get it later. But 38% done. Nice. Nice, nice. Alright, so with that being said, I'm sorry to say this, but I'm probably going to have to end it here, guys. We did a lot. We actually made like pretty much of a good process than we already did. Which that is great, which that is awesome. And probably tomorrow we'll continue more of this. Because tomorrow will be a 2-hour stream, guys. 2-hour stream tomorrow. Which means probably there is a good percent of chance that we might actually finish this tomorrow or maybe the next day. Who knows? Possibilities are endless. So with that being said, I'm sorry to say this, but I'm probably going to have to end it here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new, and I will continue more of this tomorrow. I'll let you guys know on Twitter and Instagram on when I'm going to be live. And I hope you guys have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in this world. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you later. Bye! Bye, everyone! Bye-bye! Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye! Bye.